Hey guys, this is Big Boss 1980-1999. As you can see, this is going to be a review on Captain America Bucky Cap. Now, I initially was going to do this for this review yesterday for Independence Day. I thought it fit perfectly. Unfortunately, the fireworks ran late last night because we had heavy rain throughout the day, so they're kind of saying yes, it's going to happen, no, it's not going to happen. But it didn't happen until like 10:30 at night, or 9:30 at night. Then it started at 10 o'clock. Finished about 11. So, I want to do this review. I'm excited to do this review. This is actually the first Captain America figure I actually own. As you see, this is the box for this Captain America. For Bucky Cap. And as you see, there's Thor, Incredible Hulk. There's an alternate head for this Captain America. Now I got this at Toys R Us. It was actually sitting on the shelf. I was very surprised it was sitting on the shelf because I'd never seen it in stores, especially at Toys R Us before. I always saw it at my local comic book shops. Never picked it up. Kind of leery of it. I'm not really a Marvel fan. There's a couple titles I do read, but I'm more in line with DC more than anything else. But I thought I'd pick it up and do a review. So let's go. So let's open them up. Now I'm kind of going to go old school in this one. I don't really care for the card back for this one. Granted, it's a nice card back, and it does tell like a bio and everything else, but the card itself is kind of bent and warped, so I'm just kind of go old school. And what I mean by old school is like when you're a kid and you rip them open. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to rip them open. There he is out of package, still in package. Now it comes with a little booklet for Marvel licensed products. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but we can take a look at it together. So, get that out. Let's take a look at this first, because I never really looked at it. So as you see, it says Marvel licensed products. It has Doctor Strange, Reed Richards, Green Goblin, The Thing, Invisible Woman, Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, Venom, and Johnny Storm, and I think that's the Nihilist in the back. Now I gotta give it for these figures itself. The bases on these figures are phenomenal. As you see, there's Captain America, movie Captain America for the first Avenger. There's Captain America and Red Skull. And here's Black Widow. There's the Thor. And Captain America. And Hawkeye. And now they also have the Mini-Mates on the back. There's the X-Men First Class, Mini-Mates Series 41, Toys R Us Series 11, Curse of the Mutants, Future Foundation, and a classic Heroic Age. And also have Captain America, the First Avenger Mini-Mates as well, which is really cool. Probably never pick up the Mini-Mates, but I thought it was cool. So put that to the side. Now, as you see, Captain America, or Bucky Cap, still tied in there. It comes with a gun, the shield, and a stand. It also comes with a knife and a canteen. So let's get him out. Now he's twisty tied, not rubber band, so I can't use my X-Acto on this. Well, I could, but like I said, my X-Acto is not the best, so I want to keep it as is. So let's get these twisty ties out. Now, if you guys are not aware of this, you can actually use these twisty ties for your Spider-Man figures. Make Spider-Man webbing for them. Twist them up. Seen it on people do it on the ACBA page, which is really cool. I never would have thought of that. So let's get that base out first. There's the base. Looks really cool. 2 peg holes. Now the base is like itself, it's kind of like a dark bronze color, which is really cool. I like that a lot. That is really, really nice. Gotta give it up to Marvel for the bases. The bases look really nice. It's a twisty tie right there. And let's get a couple more. Now, Bucky Cap actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twisty ties that's holding him down. What they do is to prevent theft, which amazes me. I remember when figures used to have the card back and the plastic in the front, and that was it. Just rip them out. Now they actually have to make sure nobody steals their figures, which is kind of good. Also kind of sucks because I think most of these things are kind of trivial, but maybe because I'm older now. I have a job, so it doesn't bother me as much, but this bothers me still. I don't like the twisty ties at all, but that's just my opinion. But like I said, you guys can join these together and make a Spider-Man web out of them, which is a really nice idea. Never would have thought of that. So it's kind of like repurposing a product or something you really don't need for something else, which is really nice. So that was a really good idea right there. Alright, so I got 2 of them done. So I have these 3 left. Yeah. Now, exactly ain't gonna cut it either. But at least I got pulled out a little bit more. I do apologize for the noise, guys. Ah, got it out. Okay, that's 1 of the 3. Now looking at this figure itself is really shiny. It's kind of surprising. But it looks like a really nice paint job, so I like it. Another thing I noticed is the Capt, or Bucky Cap I should say, actually looks like a peg to hold the shield in, which is kind of disappointing because I was hoping the shield would have a strap. So if I didn't want to display with the shield on, I could always put it on his back. But I'll figure something out. I appreciate you guys' patience with me on this. This is very tedious. There we are. One more, guys, I promise. Let's see here. Well, I hope you guys had a great Independence Day. The missus and the Munchie and I went to go to the A Mountain, which is like our mountain, to watch the fireworks. It's our local mountain, I guess I could say that. We actually have an A for Arizona. So we watched the fireworks, which was really fun. Because of the weather yesterday, we were trying to drive around trying to find a perfect spot to go watch the fireworks. And it's on the side of town that we never really travel on. And so we kind of got a little lost. But that was half the fun right there. So we're driving around trying to find somewhere to park. And driving on this road. And we have particular spot that we were driving through was flooded. And now I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but in Arizona we have what's called a super motorist law, is where if you drive through flooded waters and you get stuck, you're pretty much on your own, because you're going to have to pay the city to get you out, and you have to pay for the tow truck to get you out, and you have to pay a fine on top of that. So they call it the super motorist law, because we actually have a lot of flash floods in Arizona. So we were turning around and I saw this particular spot. I was like, hey, that's kind of cool spot right there. Park right there. Looked like a housing development. And I parked right there. Didn't think anything of it. I knew there was a couple people there. So I thought, hey, we're not the only ones. So it's cool. So we parked there the whole night. And come to find out, we were leaving because I thought the road would let another exit. Come to find out, we're actually in somebody's yard. The drive was so long and it was so dark that we didn't know it was somebody's yard until we actually started driving to the front door. But it was fun. The people didn't mind. They were really good natured about it, so it was really cool. Now on the way home, traffic sucked. But it was worth it. I had a great time. The missus had a great time. Munchie, she had a great time for a little bit, then she got bored. So maybe when she's a little older, she'll like it a lot more. But I hope you guys had a good 4th of July. It was my first holiday off in a long time. As a couple people already know, I'm working a new job. So I was happy to have the holiday off, and paid holiday off to boot. So that was really cool. So I got Bucky Cap out. Here he is, out of the package. Now, as I thought, his shield was actually like a peg hole, but I was wrong. It looks like it's just pop it right on, and there you go. So Bucky Cap also comes with a canteen, as I mentioned before, and a knife. Now it looks like you can place these. Yep, you can actually place them on the side. So let's put them up. Let's put the knife right there. And the canteen, I guess, is just going to have to be a spare. Place it somewhere else. So there he is. Now it's too bad the gun can't go into his holster, but Bucky Cap looks really nice. It's really detailed. So let's go on off into his articulation. There we go. So his head goes up pretty far, goes down. Not that far, but it goes up pretty far. Can rotate all the way around. His arms go up and around. There is no bicep swivel. He has a single jointed elbow and wrist articulation. There is no ab crunch, but he does have a waist swivel. Now he has ball jointed hips, which is really cool, but awkward at the same time. So you have to kind of pose them differently to get them posed the way you want them. You get a single jointed knee, no boot cut, a single jointed ankle. Now the ankle goes pretty far back, which is really cool, and it goes pretty far up, which is really cool. Now as for the details on this guy itself, he's rocking. I gotta give up to Marvel. They know how to make these select figures look pretty great. Oh, well, it looks like I took that right off, so I'm gonna have to glue that on. That stinks. So the figures may look great, but the assembly kind of stinks. So stick it right there for right now. Kind of pose him. And there he is. Stand him up right there. And there's the detail. Oh, there he goes. There's his knife. Which is really cool. Stand him up again. And detail of his gun. It's really cool. And here's the canteen, which is really cool as well. And the shield. Now the shield's kind of like a rubbery plastic, really pliable. I like the paint scheme on it. Like the white stripe actually has pearlescent in it, and the blue is kind of like a flat blue, not really dark, just kind of enough to match it, and the red's really bright, so that's really cool. So there's Bucky Cap's accessories and Bucky Cap, so let's get him on the stand and see what he looks like. There's Bucky Cap on the stand. Looks pretty nice. I actually have a couple other figures that I'm going to try it to stand with. So give me a few moments, guys. Now, this figure is not a Marvel Select figure, but it's one of my favorite figures I have. And because of the movie, I'm really excited to put him out. So I'm actually debating if I want to take him to work or not, so I can actually display my desk with him. But here he is. Azrael Batman, which is really cool. It's one of my favorite Batman characters. Nightfall is one of the greatest stories ever, in my opinion. And he fits on there great. So let's see if I can put him. Let's see here. Azrael looking over the city. It looks really, really nice. I like it like that. I think I might have to take this display in Azrael to work. And I have one more figure to try out to make sure it looks good. Okay. And it is the Arkham City Batman. Oh, I didn't have them plugged in the holes. Let's see here. And there's Batman. I think I kind of like the Azrael one better. I don't know where my Dark Knight is right now. Otherwise, I should put him on it. But I'll try that later. Let me know what you guys think of the review. of the Bucky Marvel Select action figure. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. I just want to let you guys know I'm up to 22 subscribers, so I thank you very much for each and every one of you subscribing and watching my videos. That is awesome, you guys. I really appreciate it. So once again, rate, comment, and subscribe. Keep watching. Good journey.